Hey, y'all. So we are at Pecan Square in Northlake, and this is, man, it's pretty cool. Just first
Hmm.
impressions getting out here.
Yeah, definitely blew me away.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you think of when you think of a community. It's I feel like it's more than a neighborhood. I've never really seen anything like this. Walsh is close.
Right, yeah, but even the way they set this up, like they had community in mind from like breaking ground.
Yeah, like I mean, the moment we got out of the truck, Mark like ran outside. He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
Yeah, and Mark's the community manager here, so
Yeah, and so anyways, he showed us around. He was great, and but yeah, no, like they have so much here that's built around community. I mean, just from um, you know, the day you close, you get this app, you download it,
hmm.
you get notifications anytime there's a food truck out here, if they're having events.
Yeah, you get these key fobs that let you access all the amenities.
Yep, and then you can see it's almost Christmas time, so the grass is dying and or going dormant, I should
Right,
say. It's
yeah.
Texas, but they're gonna have this big tree lighting this Saturday.
Hmm.
Where
Santa is going to be there
yeah, the reindeer.
and reindeer.
Yeah, love it. And I mean, they, if they're having food trucks out, you just know, like, because I think that's probably one of the big things whenever you move somewhere. It's like, man, I don't know anybody.
Hmm.
How am I going to get to know people? And so this is just like a really easy way to get to know all your neighbors and everything else,
Yeah.
and kind of find that community, right? It's going to be the theme of the video today. But, anyways, enough about that. We're going to take you around, show you the amenities, talk about the schools, all that kind of stuff. We'll cut to the studio to show you where this is on a map because a lot of people are like, where's Northlake? It's North Fort Worth. Yeah, we'll take you to show you around a couple different houses. That way you get an idea because they've got a pretty big range here from
Yeah,
what,
like
40-foot lots to
upper,
100.
yeah, and all different price ranges. They got everything for everyone.
Yeah. So anyways, let's get this thing started.
All right, guys, let's talk amenities because this place definitely has plenty and then some. You may even be able to see behind me here a little bit the side of this building. It's called the Arena. It's ironically, it's a sports court slash event center, so they host everything from pickleball and basketball to weddings and get-togethers. And on top of that, even if you don't have an event or something planned for the evening, they've got all this picnic area behind me that you may be able to see. They've got pizza ovens, grills, all of that, and it's community protected, so you don't have to worry about randoms coming in from other communities and using up all your stuff. Everything is key fob locked, so it's just for you and the people that live here. They've also got a nice little playground area set up here for the kids, so while you guys are going in there and getting your sweat on with your game of volleyball and pick up basketball, the kids can be out here and just running in circles, burning off their own calories before bedtime. They've got plenty of stuff here. You may even be able to see it there on the to the left of me. They got a food truck set up there. It's a little early in the morning, so there's not going to be a ton of them, but they do have a coffee one set up. Aside from that, during all these events and stuff that they have here in the town square, they have all kinds of food trucks come in for catering and just eats for the events, which is really nice to have, so that way they don't need to worry about setting up or ordering anything. People just drive up and they've got it right then and there. But you can even see we got families in the background having a great time and whatnot. All right, so another really cool thing that they have here in the square is called Jackson Hall. So it's another one of these big amenities center, and it's got everything and then some. So the first thing I want to point out is they do have a fitness center. I'm obviously a big fan of fitness, even though you may not be able to tell right now, packing on some fluff for the winter. But it's a really cool place for you to go and get some calories burned. I know we're coming up to the holidays. Everyone's thinking about Thanksgiving and Christmas turkeys that they got to work through. But once you're all done getting your workout in, they have a really cool game room as well, which is not up for reservation or anything like that. So you never have to worry about it not being available. It's open until 10 o'clock at night, so even after school or work, you can come in there, sit down, have a nice, chill, quiet place to hang out with friends or do some studying after work. They got a pool table, shuffleboard, all sorts of stuff there, a TV even. And then on top of that, if you do need to get some work done, they have a separate meeting area that can be reserved, not just for you, but like for group meetings, for work, for friends, things like that, presentations. And it has a built-in kitchen, like full kitchen and everything, with like what do they call those, ranch style sinks and everything. It's a really nice setup, penny tile and all that. And on top of that, they have a little community lending library out front. So even if you don't want to have to go inside and deal with all of those amenities, you can pop by for a quick read, snag a book, drop one off, whatever you want. Honestly, it's a really nice setup, and it shows beautifully as you're coming into the community because it has these 3 steeples on top, these spires that really just stand out against the sun because we got the sun. You can see it here to my left. We came into the community, you're looking right at it, and it's this really cool silhouetting down the entryway and everything. I hope we can really get a shot for you guys of that in the B-roll. One last thing that I wanted to point out while we were still here, it's on the sign and I didn't mention it, but they have pools. Yes, pools with an S. They've got 2 here at the Jackson Hall as well as a splash pad, both full-size resort-style pools, great for you and the kids, or they've got some cabanas if you just want to sit around next to the pool and soak in some sun. But if this isn't enough for you, they're going to have another pool.
Another one.
A little bit further down this way by the Elm Tower. You may be able to see it there in the background, but it's still under construction. They're going to be building another resort-style pool as well as another playground and dog park, from what I understand, down on that side of the community. So that way, if you do end up getting something a little further back away from the main road, you don't have to drive all the way to the town square to enjoy some of the amenities that this place has to offer. But here, in just a second, we're going to go ahead round this corner and I'm going to introduce you guys to the greeting house real quick. All right, guys, so we just walked up to the greeting house area, and one thing I want to point out before we go too much further, actually just to your right, they have a Amazon parcel locker, so you can have everything shipped here and dropped off in a secure location. And this isn't just for the community. You'll have some people across the street from like the Harvest community, which is another community by Hillwood that we may end up having a video on as well. So stick around the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. But so you've got a secure place to drop off all your parcel and mail if you'd like, if you don't want it dropped off at your front door. I know some people feel some type of way about that, but right next to all of this is the greeting house. And I will say, this was a sight to see whenever we first pulled up. It's got a great facade, this big welcome across the entryway. You may even be able to see that right there. And Mark Pacheco, actually the community manager with the HOA, stepped out of here literally as soon as we got out of the vehicle, shook our hand, introduced themselves and greeted us and showed us all around the community. So we got a very first-hand experience that it's not just houses on the ground. These people care about the community itself, and they're here to make sure that everyone who visits gets the same treatment, the same greeting, and the same energy that they want in the community itself. But one really cool thing about this building here is it's not just where the HOA staff hangs out and drinks coffee. They've also got meeting rooms. They've got like a bar set up so you can host get-togethers or catering or things like that. And honestly, it's just a really cool area with a lot of good architecture inside of it as well. They've got seating areas set up so you can come in and have co-working spaces, a lot like WeWork or Open Desk or something like that, where you can rent out spaces to do work either with colleagues or just by yourself if you just need like a study time, or maybe you've got a work from home situation and you need to get away from the kids for a little bit. This may be the place for you guys if you're just one of those workaholics who can't get away from it but doesn't want to go all the way into the city. Primo right here.
They also have a bunch of parks out here. So we're at Cobbler Park. This is one of the many parks. I think they're putting in a couple more, from what I understand. I don't know. But there is lots of room out here. Like, as you can see, the playground's way back there, but there's also a lot of space here. So if you don't like the equipment they got, you can bring your own. You want to get a little soccer game, a little ultimate frisbee, any of that kind of stuff, they've got room for it. So that's always nice. And a couple other things about this neighborhood. So they are they've got a pretty good tax rate. It's just under 2.4, it's like 2.36, something like that. And it's a mud district, so at some point, so basically the utilities were subsidized. At some point that will actually drop off, so the taxes will be even better. But even at 2.4, your property taxes are better than like Fort Worth or a lot of other cities. So that's also great. So you're going to save a little bit on that monthly payment. But anyways, we are going to cut back to the studio, tell you a little bit about the location so we can show you on a map where this thing is at. We'll also talk a little bit about the schools here, because that's also a big plus, what they've got coming, all that kind of stuff. So let's cut back there and we'll see you soon.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us at the studio real quick for a quick info break, but we got a little bit of information here on drive times, just so that way you guys get a better idea of where this is located and how long it's going to take to get places on a daily basis. As you can see, we have a map pulled up here. Hopefully that'll be a good visual aid, but we can see that Northlake is just up there in the north of the DFW triangle. But your drive times are going to be looking about, you've got the closest city to you is going to be Justin at about 9 minutes away. And then on the other side of the street, you've got Argyle at about 12 minutes. And your closest grocery store actually is going to be a Buc-ee's, but don't be too disappointed, because there's also a Walmart and Aldi's right next to it. But those are about 15 minutes away in Elizabethtown. If you keep heading south, you're going to hit downtown Fort Worth in about half an hour, and if you go north, in about 20 minutes, you'll hit Denton. But if you're trying to make it to Arlington, it's going to be about 45 minutes. Luckily, since the DFW airport's on the northern side of Arlington, it's only about half an hour. So if you fly a lot, it's not a bad option. But getting to Dallas, that one's going to be a bit of a stretch because that's a whole 50-minute drive if the traffic is good.
Yeah, and then as far as schools go, Northlake ISD is, I think, A- rated on niche.com, which is very good. And a couple things to mention here, and you can get some more information off of the Pecan Square website. But there are 2 private schools nearby. You've got Goddard School.
Goddard.
Okay. And Liberty Christian School. So both of these are fairly close to the neighborhood as well. So if that's something that you want to look into, you can. But I mean, the public schools are
they're very good.
Pretty good as well, yeah.
The whole ISD as a whole, like you said, it's A- rated, which is really good for this area, and the schools are no different. So the elementary school that your kids would be going to, if you did end up moving to this neighborhood, would be the Johnny R. Daniel Elementary School, which is a bit of a mouthful. They probably call it the Daniels Elementary. But currently it's unrated because this is the on-site elementary school for Pecan Square. It hasn't been around long enough for niche.com or niche.com, however you pronounce it, which is where we get all of our school data from, by the way. They haven't gotten a chance to put together an appropriate rating for it, so it's still currently unrated. But considering the caliber of the school district itself, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, it should be fine.
No, it should be perfectly fine. And then your middle school is going to be the Gene Pike Middle School, which is A- rated. And then you've got the Byron Nelson High School. I wrestled against them plenty of times.
Oh,
A- rated. The wrestling program's not the best. But that being said, there are 2 new schools that should also be coming in that we can talk about a little bit more later in the video when we have the visual aid up. But we're going to have a new middle school and high school very close to Pecan Square.
Yeah. And just to give you guys kind of a visual of this neighborhood, we've got one of the maps pulled up here because right after this, we're going to jump into some home tours. But so this is the Pecan Square. So if you're coming in off of 35, you're probably coming down to 407, which is this top road here on the map. The orange, the darker orange here on the screen is going to be where they're building the new homes. And so in here, you've got 40-foot lots or 40-foot lots. And there are 6 different builders that build on those. And then you're also going to have larger lots, anywhere from 50 all the way up to 100. So the 100-foot lot is like, these are going to be around half an acre. And these are just now coming out in the new phase. So if you are interested in this, there's not a ton of them, but they're going to be right along the 407. So you can kind of see, that's about as far as I can zoom in, but right along the 407, all of the houses, the backyard is going to basically back up to the 407. So if you are interested in those 100-foot lots, obviously with there only being, it looks like maybe 20, they're not going to last too long. But as you come in, so this little polka dotted street here is your main entrance into the square. And then going out to the right on this map is basically that goes out to another entrance, and the 40-foot models are going to be over there, right? And also there's this little there's a water pump at the top of that hill, and it's got like a little building around it. Mm-hmm. But apparently I think they do concerts almost every week, or like they do quite a few out there on that lawn.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat as well. But anyways, we're just wanted to kind of give you an idea where everything's at. And then also all the stuff that's kind of a light color in here, they've already built on those, right? So that's where the existing homes are. And then just some future commercial. I don't know if this top corner over here, kind of off of 407 and, I can't really read that, something Gibbs. Is that where the new commercial development's going in?
So some of it is going up there on that corner, but most of it's going to be down there right past that where it says future residential. So as you can see here on the map, on the very right-hand corner there, that's where the vast majority of that future residential is going to be. And if you want some more info on that, we actually talk about it a little bit more. Or I said, yes, commercial. The future commercial is going to be on that intersection there. And if you want more info on that, we've got a video that goes more in-depth and has plenty more walkthroughs if that's something you're interested in. So go check that out.
All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to take you and show you a couple of the different size homes that they have out there. And like Jack mentioned, we have another video that takes you through all of the builders. So if this is something that you're interested in, I would check that video out next. But let's go ahead and take a look. This is a David Weekley home. All right, now we're out here at a David Weekley home, and this is the Caroline. I know that because it's on the sign. And this is a single-story home. It's about 3,000 square feet or so. And you can also elect to make it closer to 4,000 square feet if you do a pop-up. You can do like a game room or a game room and a bedroom, bathroom. Anyways, let's go and take a look. David Weekley has put out a really nice product here. Okay, so David Weekley, I guess just to give some reference, is currently building on 50 and 60 foot lots, but they're about to have 70s and 100s or half acre, whatever you want to call it. And so the 70s and 80s, they're going to have new floor plans and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying not to touch the walls. They just did some touch-up paint here. But anyways, right off the entryway here, we're going to have 2 secondary bedrooms. We'll just step into one. And these are a decent size. I would say they're probably 12 by 12. You get a little extra space on one end. So maybe it's 12 by 13. I don't know. And you got a little Jack and Jill going on here. So you got your shower and toilet back this way, and little 2-person vanity there, so the kids are ready in the morning, all that kind of stuff. And then your second bedroom here. And then let's take a look at the closets. Okay, decent size. It's okay. It's not, you know, nothing you're gonna be showing off at a dinner party. So we got 2 bedrooms right off the bat. And then I probably should have mentioned this. Very wide hallway, which is always nice. When you walk in, you want it to feel big. And you've got your, I guess, mother-in-law suite over this way. So you got somebody coming to town to visit. You got another bedroom up front. 4 walls and a closet. I don't know what else to say about that. And then you've got a full bathroom here. So it's also one that guests could utilize if they're, you know, if you're entertaining, that kind of thing. Then as we come on in, we've got over on this side, they've got it set up as kind of an office space here. Could be a dining area, could be a little play area, any of that kind of stuff. And then on this side, we've got a door here that goes out to the garage. Got a little mud bench area. There's a closet. And then this is your laundry room here. And they've actually got, let's step on in. Guys forgot their cock gun. But you've got a lot of folding area here, cabinets, more folding space, and this actually wraps around to the master closet. So we'll take a look at that here in a bit. And then this opens up into your living and kitchen area. So great big feel here. So a few things just to point out. We came in, these are 10-foot ceilings. They jump up here to probably 12, and then it's vaulted from there. So this area feels huge. And this is something very common you see in David Weekley homes. At least their models, a lot of times they'll paint their island a different color from the rest, but I think they did a nice job here. Ton of counter space. I mean, you've got not only this giant island that you probably sit 5 people at, you've got all these extra cabinets over there. Obviously, a lot of this is upgrades, but you can, they build specs that you can buy, or inventory homes, I should say, or you can build from the ground up. So both are an option, but a lot more counter space here. And then of course you've got gas appliances in the neighborhood, so they've got the built-in here, and then a single oven. I'm sure you could get a double oven as well if you're somebody that likes to bake a lot. And then this is your pantry. So this is really cool. A lot of times you see these in luxury homes where it's kind of this walk-in pantry, and they've got counter space in here. So if you're prepping and making a mess while you're entertaining, it's not out in the open. You can kind of do whatever here and take it out. Set up a coffee bar, whatever you prefer, right? Other thing I like that they did here, a lot of big open space here, big open space, doors, windows, whatever you have it. And I like the fact that up top they did windows as well, because a lot of times you'll see builders put in these 8-foot doors and 12-foot ceilings. It looks kind of funny when there's nothing there. So now this is where it gets interesting, okay? Hadn't really seen this before, but they've got this area right behind the living room. Number one, this is the sauce bar where, you know, the parents take a little nip or whatever without the kids knowing. You got a little wine fridge there. And then there's a second living space here. So this is kind of neat. You could, I guess, close this off and make this a true movie room. I think it's kind of
it's kind of cool the way that they have this whole thing set up. So a lot of options with this floor plan. And then let's head back to the master bedroom. And again, really nice job in here with the windows. Like, this is something that you don't see every day, with this big picture window in the middle, and then you've got windows going all the way around it. I like it. It's different. It's unique. It looks good. Cool accent wall, more windows, lots of windows. I'm a big fan. And then stepping into the bathroom, a lot of space, the light coming through there. You got your 2 vanities. They didn't do a tub in this one, so you get this very long walk-in shower. So if you're somebody that doesn't like messing with doors, all that kind of stuff, you can do a walk-in. And just a couple things to point out. So they got the frameless shower glass. They did the mud pan shower instead of the acrylic. I mean, these are just the little things that go into, I don't know, taking that house to the next level. So this is something that, anyways, I'm a big fan of. And then also, I like not having a door to the closet, which the only thing I would do different here is I would have a mirror right here. So you get ready, you can, you know, make sure that you've got everything tucked in where it should be and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, I'm sure that's something, if you build your house out there, they'll do for you. But anyways, good sized closet. And like I mentioned before, this opens up into the laundry room. So really nice product out here by David Weekley. Can't say enough about it. I'm a fan. Let's go to the back patio, take a look at that. All right, so we're here on the back patio, and as you can see, good amount of space, nothing overkill. You could obviously extend this out a little bit if you wanted to. And then this is probably gonna give you a decent idea of how much lot space that you have. So there's not a ton of space left here. This is gonna be probably fairly typical in this size lot if you're not building a 2-story house, just because that 1 story is going to take up so much space. So if you are doing the 1 story, you're going to sacrifice a little bit on the backyard. But anyways, really nice space. You got enough room to hang out back here and whatnot. And if you got some folks over, there's definitely some space. But hang a TV, put a grill out here, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, this is David Weekley. Really nice product. Their 50s is very similar to their 60s. It's all nice out here, so hope you enjoyed this walkthrough.
So that one was really cool, and they did actually have another model home for David Weekley out there that looked really good, but they were working on it, so we didn't want to shoot a video on it. That being said, the different builders are offering different size houses as well, and we'll go more in depth about this in our other video, but basically the 50 and 60 foot lots are being offered by Highland Homes, Coventry Homes, David Weekley, and then Toll Brothers is out there, but they're not going to be in the new phase, so we don't really count them. And then the vast majority of the neighborhood's 40 foot lots, and those are by Highland Homes, Ashton Woods, Pulte, D.R. Horton, and Coventry Homes. Did I miss any? I feel like there was another one.
Pulte, D.R. Horton, Coventry, Ashton Woods, Highland.
That was it. Yeah, because there was two. There was Pulte and D.R. Horton by themselves, and then around the corner it was the other 3. So yeah, I guess it was just those 5.
Yeah, we're going with that. All right, cool. So, anyways, we've got a tour of Ashton Woods there for you guys to see. So let's go ahead and take a look.
All right, guys, we have a real treat for you today because we're going to show you a house that I don't think we've ever shown you on this channel before. So this builder, Ashton Woods, is one of the many that we have out here in Pecan Square, and I'm really excited to show this one off because they've got all kinds of stuff. They've got accents from like the New English portion of the country mixed with everything like farm and ranch. It really came together well, and honestly, it kind of reminds me of a place that my uncle owns out in West Texas, so it kind of hits a little bit close to home right in here. That and the fact that this floor plan is called the Jack, so you know, I'm already a little biased. So let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. One thing I do want to mention as we walk in here, this is a build that they put on a 40-foot lot, one of the different lot selections they have here in Pecan Square, and I think they really made the most of the square footage that they do have here. This floor plan sits between like 22, like upper 22, like 2270 to 2370 square feet. To really equate that, that's like a good medium-sized house. But this is a 2-story, so you're going to get a smaller footprint while still maintaining that square footage. But immediately here on the right, as soon as we walk in, they have this nice little office, you know, curio setup thing where they're showing off some features and whatnot. This would probably be like double door, French door, something like that. Immediately on the other side of the hallway here, we do have a full bathroom here. We've got a laundry room over here with a countertop and a wet sink and everything here. Full washer dryer hookups, plenty of space to be folding and prepping laundry. Right behind me over here, we're gonna take a quick peek at this because we got a bedroom here, a nice little closet over there. This would be more like a guest bedroom or something like that. It's nothing crazy. This is maybe like a 12-foot wide room. It isn't huge, but it's enough room to fit a full-size bed and some nightstands and everything. But continuing on over here, we're gonna walk right by this way. This is locked at the moment, but this is gonna be like your coat closet or something like this. I like that they leaned into the ranch aesthetic of everything with the cowboy hats here. We got like 5 cowboys or cowgirls living here, and as we walk further down into the living room area, you see they got this nice brick covered fireplace and everything, the windows on either side to let in all that natural lighting. And on the other side of the living room area, we have the dining area here with this nice long chandelier to really like set this area apart from everything else. And you got your back patio exit over here. But over here at the kitchen area, you got a nice eat-on island. I'm sorry. I like this almost foresty seafoam green mix granite that they got going on. This is different than normal, but they got the farmhouse sink and everything. These gold accents with the dark coloration actually really makes it pop and whatnot. I'm kind of liking the brass and dark colored counters. But they got that all throughout the kitchen area. It looks really nice with the stainless steel appliances. We're actually going to take a step back this way real quick because over here, this is where the sales office is. That's where your garage would normally be whenever this isn't a model home. So yeah, we got the master back there that we'll actually take a look at here in just a second, but let's show this off real quick. As soon as we make it to the top of the staircase here, you're immediately greeted by this nice little landing atrium area. You've got 2 secondary bedrooms and a full bath over there that we'll get to. And then on the other side of all of that, right across the balcony area, you have this nice loft / game room area. These guys fit like a full sectional piece over here, as well as like a sofa table and TV and everything. And there's still tons of space. You could fit a pool table and then some on top of all this that they got here, and it still wouldn't feel cramped. But taking a look over here, we're gonna look, it's gonna be a little difficult to show this. They got the mirror and everything there, but you got a full bath there with, again, the dark coloration and those nice brass accents and everything. And then right here, we have a very nice size secondary. It's not like the one downstairs, because this is, again, a full-size bed. It may even be, no, that's a full size. And you got a little bit more room on either side with this one, double door closets. And same with this one over here. This one's also a nice sized room compared to the one downstairs. And then let's actually go check out the master real quick. This one's got some really cool stuff going on with the bathroom. So you got your pantry over here, and I think this is just another linen closet or something right here. Just tucked away right behind the kitchen area, and right across from that, this is where your garage door would normally be, but right across from that, you've got the master bedroom. So this is really nice. This is probably like 15 feet across, maybe 12, 13 feet deep. So it's a good size. You get these nice windows on either side of the bed and everything, let in all that natural lighting. I love the dark background with the bright accents and everything like that. But going into the master bathroom, we get this nice double vanity. It is a little narrow in here, I will say that. The feel is a little tight, but there's enough room for people to shuffle past while somebody's using the sink or something like that. Again, his and hers, plenty of space for your countertop items. You do get the glass shower wall here. I like the hexagonal tile accents and everything. Typical water closet. And then you get this nice oversized walk-in closet. So that, I will say one thing with the bathroom, that is a pretty typical thing that you're gonna have to deal with some of these narrower houses. They have to make compromises in spaces in some areas in order to make room for spaces in others. But that, suffice to say, I think they did a really good job with the footprint that they're trying to achieve, and I really can't wait to see what other products that Ashton Woods puts out in this neighborhood.
All right, guys, well, we're here right in front of the arena. As you can see, we spent all day here, and it was worth it because we got a lot of stuff done, saw a lot of cool houses by a lot of cool builders, and now we get to see the nightlight portion, because when we got here, I mean, there's still a bunch of people out and about, but it wasn't anything like this.
Yeah, on a Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's Tuesday evening. It's chilly out. You got a bunch of people playing pickleball, kids on the playground, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, you got a food truck that pulled up out here as well. So, even on a Tuesday evening, this place is just cool. We're sitting here by a fire pit that we can't turn on. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. We're going to be putting out another one that's got model home walkthrough. So if you're like, hey, I think this might be it, the neighborhood for me, you know, instead of spending, you know, 10 hours out here walking through all the model homes, getting the sales pitch from, you know, 10 different sales folks, you can kind of figure out, hopefully from that, you can kind of figure out, okay, let's go focus on a couple. But anyways, hopefully you'll look for that. And if you are coming out this way, please do hit us out. This is, you know, obviously new builds is something that we do a lot. We got some expertise in it. We also have some incentives, and that's how we're able to make all these videos. So hopefully if you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments where you're coming from, and if this might be the place for you. And I guess, as always, anything else?
Like, subscribe, and
Yeah. And if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call Tom.